Hey guys, this is attempt number 2 at this video. For some reason my phone decided it didn't want to record anymore. So anyway, this is the Carbon Creations rear diffuser. I apologize, it's been a month since I've uploaded anything. It's been busy at work. But I thought I'd give you guys a couple tips. If you get this thing the way it is, it fits like hot garbage and you kind of have to massage the bumper to make everything kind of come together. So figured I'd give you guys the rundown on how to make this work and kind of go from there. So first things first, you're going to cut, and I have pictures on Corvette forum. 2K2 Wrangler X is my name. I have a build sheet in there, and I have pictures of what to cut. But you have two mounts, okay? And there's basically a little rectangular insert in there. And then you have a block holding it in. Well, you have to cut it just basically so that they become little slots and they can go into your two vents. You're going to do that on both sides. And basically, I just cut all the way up to the metal insert with a what do you call it? A cutoff wheel. I'm sure I breathed in some good stuff, but whatever. And that was step one. Step two, you're going to test fit it up to the car. Step two, I ran all my tape. But I left obviously the inside piece, on the 3M tape. I left the plastic second side on until I was done fitting it. But that way it was all done. It was on the bumper, or the diffuser was at its cleanest. So once that's on, you're going to put it up to test fit. Once you do that, I only used one per side because they suck to get at. If you have a regular muffler like mine, like a full size, I don't know if you can see, it's like a Corsa. Mine's a DNA. I'm pretty sure it's a knockoff. It came with a car. You're going to have to do a little extra trimming right here to make it fit. Just a little bit. It was no big deal. But if you have like B&Bs or whatever, you'll be fine. Like the Billy Boats or the small muffler ones, you'll be okay. But you cannot get to the bolts with these big mufflers in the way. So I went through the taillight. It sucked. It was terrible. It was like, kept feeling like I was gonna get my arm stuck in there. You have to kind of put your arm in when you have the bolt and then back it up, and then you can kind of swing it around and get it. Wasn't fun. So I got two of those in, and then you see kind of how terribly this thing fits. It just fits like hot garbage. So, okay, from there, I tried a couple of different things, figured out kind of the secret. So what's gonna happen is, you are going to want to put, I don't know if you can see this, they give you, let's see, a mounting hole right here, and they expect you to pinch this. Well, you're going to be like, well, what the heck? You're going to put that on, but then if you put this on, what's going to happen is it's going to pull that part of the diffuser back. So as that's pulling it like that, this is pulling it like that. So this gaps, and then when you push this one tight, that drops like 1.5 inches below the bumper. It's terrible. So tried a couple different things, made one mistake, but I'm going to fix that, and I'll show you. The secret is, at this point, when you have one or two of these tight on either side, so you got to have both sides tight, you're going to go underneath it. Go for a little ride here. I'm getting old. Okay. These don't line up at all. They were like real gapped, and I'm like, oh, this is stupid. My buddy didn't even use them on his. Okay, they give you the 4 tabs across your bumper. What I did was I drilled the hole to where I thought it was going to hold it up, right, against this cross member. Well, actually, what you're worried about is taking it that way. Originally, I drilled these two, and these go up through to the plastic bumper, and I'm going to ditch these for some flush Christmas trees. Because these, it turns out, don't really help. It's that way. You need to push the diffuser against the bumper this way, toward the front of the car, and then what I did was I drilled a hole and then ran self-tappers. I got to put a washer on this one still. I ran self-tappers into the metal, fresh rusty metal of my rear cross member. And then what that did was, going back up, that closed this gap and made this super solid. Once I did that, okay, this guy here was still hanging way like down here. But when you would push it up, you would get a gap here. So what you have to do is you have to push the bumper back and push the diffuser forward and kind of bring them together to close this gap. And then their hole that they had, it doesn't line up. It was like half, I was on the edge of where it needed to be. That's an awesome sandblast mark, huh? Anyway, it was on the edge of where it needed to be. So I pushed them together, ran a hole with the drill, and then ran a nut and a bolt. And I'm going to replace those with some nice either stainless or black button heads. It's just what I had sitting here for the moment. So that closed that gap. Okay. Once you do that, I mean, the thing is on there. So then I went and I loosened everything and I peeled all my red, your inside of your tape off, and then tightened everything up, and I got a pretty tight fit. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not perfect by any means. Well, actually it is pretty perfect. It just has a couple scratches. Yeah, I mean, I have no gaps at all. These aren't gaps, they're just shadows. It's, getting close to midnight. You can see my tape, but the tape is up against the bumper. And overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So that is my tips for getting that installed. And if I was going to do another one, it would probably take me a quarter of the time. I'd probably know exactly what to do. But on my own, it was kind of a pain in the butt to figure out. So hopefully I save you guys some time, give you some ideas. If this helped you out, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 mark. It'd be cool to be able to monetize and get something out of this channel. So, all right, hope everybody's doing well. Have a good night.